Afternoon, Outliers. How y'all doing today? Happy, what day of the week is this? Happy Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. Hope you're having a fantastic Hump Day. It's good to see everybody here. David, Sebastian, Yorn's not flying today. Donna's here. Good to see all of you today. Okay. I don't want to jibber jabber too long, so let's jump right into our market analysis. All right. Welcome to the Outlier Trading Room. This is how to trade in only 10 minutes a day and exactly how to take the guesswork out of trading. Good to see y'all. Colin, thank you all. Thank you all for participating, right? We do this for you, right? I don't have to do this. I have the opportunity and the privilege to do this with you and for you. But I am a partner with Outlier, and this is my style of trading. And Outlier delivers you new opportunities every single day. So let's go take a look at the market. Honestly, the 10 over the 20 with price over the 50 on the S&P 500, which we have 10 over 20 prices over the 50, right? We're basically flat on the day from yesterday. And so let's move to the next step, which is always, I thought I had another slide for that. You always start with your existing positions and look to reduce risk. So where are my, that's the slide I was looking for. Okay, I just updated this a few minutes ago as well. So this is the most up to date. So for every trade, we have several rules that would get us out of the trade, right? We had reasons to get in, and now we need reasons to get out. Don't do anything in between, but if something comes along that matches one of these if statements, basically, if this happens, do that. So we're going to look at the trades we have on right now, which there are two. One is YPF and the other is MTG. YPF started off the day strong and still looks great right now. I don't see a reason to close it from a chart perspective. Let's go down these lists here. We're at the 10 EMA, 10 exponential, not broken. No issue there. A half an ATR from entry, way down here. No problem. Is it running into an order block? Doesn't look like there's any order blocks above it, so no issues there. Is the heat map stalling? Let's go take a look. Let's go to YPF on Outlier. So the heat map is the behavioral heat map, which is at the bottom of all of the Outlier stocks, right? This number down here. I love this. This is like one of my most favorite pieces of Outlier. So we got in at, and I'm looking at this top line up here. You'll see when I hover it yesterday, it says we got in at G23. Today we're at G24. So the heat map did not stall. It's continuing on. And then once it's profitable, a closing below yesterday's low, which that's not the case here. Tomorrow, that can be the case if it closes below the low, but we're good for now. So this is a solid trade. I don't have a reason to take it off. So I'm going to move on and go to the next one, MTG, which we do need to take off. But why? Why do we need to take this off, right? Remember yesterday, I went through and I loaded up my charts and I said, this is the plan, right? This is the way. So we got in at 21.30. Now, is the 10 EMA broken? No, 10 EMA is down here. A half ATR from entry definitely is broken, right? We're at 21.08 on the half ATR. The current price is at 20.97. That makes it really easy. I hate it when it's flirting with that number, right? That's just so annoying. But when it's like clearly below there, no issue. What is ATR? If you look on this bottom indicator down here, that is ATR. That's the average true range. That shows you the volatility over the course of, in this case, 14 candles. Now you can use whatever duration you want, but that's one of the things that Larry Height, one of the original market wizards, and I worked together, and he explained how important that is. And that balances your risk, because whenever you go to create your position size, you put in the ATR value. When you put in the ATR value, when you're calculating your position size, that makes sure that you can trade Coke the same way that you can trade Tesla, right? And it adjusts with a boring stock having a small ATR and an exciting stock having a large ATR. It'll adjust and give you a similar level of risk between both of those. Michael, good to see you. Yo. So that is important, and why I do that, and why a half ATR is my exit point right here. So I don't have to take any other steps down this road here, right? Running into order blocks. I do actually, I'm curious about the heat map. What does the heat map say today? Heat map today went from R7 up to R4. So the heat map is still continuing to move in the more greedy direction. So I'll go ahead and get out of MTG. You can't win them all, but of course you can control how much risk you take. So let me do that. Going into MTG. We were in the June 20 calls. Holy moly, that spread got enormous. That spread was not $1.50 yesterday. Look at my business account. I'm sure it'll be the same. Okay, let's give that a minute to settle down. My business account shows the spread being $1.20 to $1.35, not $1.20 to $3.20 or whatever that was. That was crazy. Give that a minute to settle down. Colin says, coming from the UK, which broker would you suggest? XOM came up to buy, but I find it not with my broker here. So ExxonMobil, I'm very surprised your broker wouldn't have that. That's a very, very big, very common stock. I know a lot of our traders like to use interactive brokers. So definitely give that one a shot if you don't have that already. But a lot of people swear by interactive brokers. Let me see if I can just get filled. I'm curious where I can get filled at to close. Okay, so I'm closing all 100% of MTG, 20 calls. All right, where can I get filled? Let me, because my spread shows 120 to 135, which is way different than that. Let me see if I can get filled at 125. Okay, I'm out. That was easy. My fill price was... No way. Hang on. Just a second. Whoa, my fill price was 160. I got a really good fill on that one. 160 was my fill price to exit. I got in at 150. I actually made money on that trade. I can't believe it. That was a surprise. Holy cow. I made money on that trade. I got out at 160. Yeah, fill price 160. Dude, I don't know how that happened, but I am not complaining. Awesome. Huh. I'll take it. Okay, let me update the Discord here. Yeah, I got in at 153. I just got out at 160. I'll take it. So today is the 8th. Closed 20 calls for 160, which was a small win, which is unbelievable. What was that win? 4% win when I thought I'd have a loss. I'll take it. 4.35% win. Not win. That did what to my portfolio? It gave me an extra 48 basis points. Portfolio impact, the reason to close, below half ATR. I'll take it. I don't know how I got it, but I'll take it. Okay, so we're done with MTG. We're done with YPF. So moving on, the next steps. So this is important, right? You want to go and look at the risk you have on today, right now, before you add on new trades. Take off anything that you don't need anymore, right? That allows you to have some capital back to trade with, and you're reducing risk, right? Every day we look to reduce risk. So I'm out of, what was that, YPF? MTG. YPF stays on. Moving on. Grab today's outlier buy and sell signals. If I go here, go to the bull list, you'll see there's 53 on the list today. Pop that open. I'm going to expand and just have the green overlay. And then I already did this earlier. So there's only 1, 2, 3, 4 on the list that have a green overlay and have at least 1 million shares traded daily. That's what I want to see. So I'm out of Well, I'm on to the next step, which is running that in the scanner. Now, the scanner is going to make sure the price is in the direction of the trend, no earnings next couple days, and there's no order blocks. So I've already dropped it into my long list here, those 4. I'm going to refresh this, and it's going to show our list, which is Jeff and First Solar. Jeffrey's Financial Group, right? There's no order blocks in the way. Price is in the direction of the trend. First Solar, same thing here. Oh, there is an order block, but we got 6% up to there. That's fine. So, or direction of the trend, that looks good. Going to the next step, outlier signals backtest. So we're going to look at Jeff and FSLR. All right, Jeff first. We can see the buy signal in the green. Performance summary. Outlier shows an 81% return following these signals. I love that. That's awesome. First Solar shows a 78% return following these signals. I'll take it. Yes, sir. To the next step. Outlier signals backtest. Continue with positive expectancy. Both of these are good. Moving on. Backtest. Start with the highest backtest and work down. So there's just 2, 78% versus 81%. So we can start with Jeff. So I'm going to go to the options chain. I'm going to look for 21 days to open or 21 days to expiration, 250 plus open interest, less than 50-cent bid ask spread, 20% or less extrinsic value. Generally puts us around 80 delta. Oh, YPF's earnings are tomorrow. No, that can't be right. Really? Can anyone else confirm that? I see earnings coming up on May 21st. Let's Google it up. Oh, this says May 10th right here, right on the Googles. Yorn, I don't know how I got out at 160. I'm telling you, I have no idea. That was a huge surprise, according to Thinkorswim. I am thinking that this is not correct. May 21st. You're seeing it in Thinkorswim at tomorrow. This is showing at the day after. That's okay. Let's go ahead and run through our earnings plan. Let's run through our earnings plan. Good occasion. And Jean-Louis, thank you very much for letting me know about that. So, is the trade already profitable? Let's go take a look. Well, it's profitable from a chart. And Yorn, I have no idea how I got filled with that. Let's see what it looks like on YPF. So I'm in the June 20s. It's currently at 470 mid price. Where did we get in yesterday? Let's go take a look at on here. Yeah, I know, right? That shocked face. 440. So it is profitable right now. So slightly profitable on YPF. Next step. Does the expected move break the trend line? How do you know the expected move, Chris? Where do you come up with this? Watch this. This is cool. So you go to the at the money strike, which it's currently at 24.38. So you can go to the 24s. You can hit buy on the puts, buy on the calls. That'll give you a number here. This number here is 295. So you take 85% of 295. Right? 295 times 0.85 gives you 250. I don't know why 85%, but that was how I was told. You take the at the money price times 85%, and you get 250. So the expected move, which actually is denoted right there inside of Tastyworks, that is handy. That orange line right there says it can go up by $2.50 or down by $2.50. Now, does that break my 10 EMA trend line? Let's look. So if it goes up $52.50 from here, holy moly, that's quite a lot. There's 250. So we're looking at 27-ish dollars. If it goes down 250, That puts it around $22. I'm pretty sure that would annihilate the 10 exponential and the 20 exponential if that happened. So thank you to Jean-Louis, not John Louis. We're going to go ahead and play conservative on this because we do have some conflicting data. I'm going to pull off YPF right now. I'm going to take my money, get the heck out of the way. So YPF closing the 20 calls. It's currently at 470. Maybe I'll get lucky twice today. YPF 20 calls going to close. So my business account shows me 480 to 490 on the spread. This says 460 to 480. I'm going to try mid-price 470. Working. Jean-Louis out. What'd you get, Jean-Louis? 470's not getting filled. Try 465. Still not filled. Try 460. Still not filled. 460. We'll let that sit for a minute. Guys got out at 470? What the heck? I'll put my order back to 470 then. Before it gets me filled at 460. Okay, so I'm working at order at 470. We'll see if it's gonna, when's it gonna take? Why am I not out of the trade? That's what I want to know. Forgive me while I click around. Making sure I didn't have an order to buy more. Or sell more, I should say. Yeah. Sell to close. Go. Do it. 470. Okay. We'll let that work. And thank you again, Jean-Louis. Let's go to the next step. Back to this. Right? This is part of having this plan, right? We can always come back, right? So we've already done through all that. We've already done through that. We're looking at the options chain on, who was it? First Solar and Jeff. See, having that plan makes it easier. Like, where was I? Oh yeah, looking at the options chain on Jeff. Jorn says, that's what I just did on MTG. I bought by accident. Yeah, that's what I was trying to make sure I didn't do. Yeah, dude, I hate it when that happens. Ooh, got filled 470. Thank you guys for letting me know that you were filled at 470. Okay, so I'm 100% cash. Let me go back. I'm totally flat. Jorn, that was 100% what I was trying to make sure I avoided. And it happens, right? Like, you've done this for years, and it fat fingers happen. Close YPF for 470. I'll take it. Small win again. 6.73% win. This was a 1.08% growth. I'll take it on the portfolio. Earnings. All right, done. Back to cash. So we got our full load that we can go with now. Going back to here. Jeff. Now, I do notice right here the little D for dividend. I don't really worry too much about that. It's already baked into the options price. If you want to see what the expected dividend is, it's really, really simple. Just go deep in the money puts, and they'll pretty much level out at a certain number on the extrinsic value. And I would say the dividend's going to be about 20 cents. Right, deep in the money puts, extrinsic value, right around 20 cents. That's going to be basically your dividend right there. Easy to see. Okay, so I'm looking at Jeff on the June 21st, it's 44 days out, not 44 calls. Let's see. This one looks all right. That's a 93 delta. Let's go through this list again. 21 days, 250 plus, 50-cent bid-ask spread or less, 20% or so extrinsic value. That's okay. Let's see if we can do better. Moving down, there's not enough really liquidity there, although it's only 10% of extrinsic value. Like I said yesterday, if I'm going to fudge one or the other, maybe, but I don't fudge both. And let's go down to this one has a ton of open interest right there. But the extrinsic value is $1 over $1.80, so that's more than 50%. So it's a little low on liquidity, but it's only 10% extrinsic value. So I like it. Let's go with the 42.5s. Jeff, 42.5 calls. Hey, Nathan, give you a quick recap. We are out of YPF. We are out of MTG, and I somehow got a miracle fill on MTG and made that one profitable. I do not know how that happened. Let's go to Jeff on the business account on the other screen. Jeff, June 21st, 42.5 calls. 360's midpoint. Oh, get your account, not account size, position size, right? Just a minute ago, we talked about how we use ATRs to normalize risk, right? And between these two, I think this is a really good example, right? These two are roughly the same price, $20 to $24, and you can get nearly twice as many option contracts with the same amount of risk between these two. So that's really important. If you want this, all you got to do is go to the VIP Investors Toolkit, scroll up, and use the outlier scanner right there. That's how I calculate my position size. So we're looking at Jeff. It'll fill in everything for you. Just update your account balance, how much risk you want to take per trade, and then that'll give you position sizes. So I'm going to do that on my other screen, and then we'll go put on the trade. Jeff. All right. So got that. Final call. Jeff, 42.5 calls on the June 21st. Jeff, 42.5 calls on the June 21st. Got my position size correct. Sending in the order. Fill a 365. I didn't get a huge price improved one. That's okay. 365. Let me update the Discord. Jeff is currently trading at 45.78. Okay. The next one is First Solar, 78% on outlier signals. So let's go to First Solar. Yorn, 365. Daniel, hey man. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for also contributing. Good to see you. What are you using to trade stock? So this is Tasty Trade, right? This is the broker that I use. I've been using them for ages. I literally had it's called Tasty Works at the time. I had a Tasty Works account the day that it opened. So that's what I use. June 21st. So you can trade stocks with it, right? I just trade options like 99.9% of the time. Every once in a while I'll throw a stock around, but mainly options. First Solar, June 21st. Tons of liquidity. Ain't gonna be stressing there. Oh, but wait a minute. Okay, so my limit is $10, right? I like to stay $10 per contract. None of these are under $10 a contract unless you go out of the money. So I'm not gonna trade for solar. You could, right? You could throw stock around. But I I don't see anything for me here. So that's going to wrap it. So to recap real quick, we took off MTG because it was below the half ATR. I got a miraculous fill. I don't know how that happened, but I did. Remember when it got really wide just for a minute and I was like, let's let that cool off? Dude, somewhere, some way, I managed to get filled in betwixt that wide spread. So that was cool. YPF, we took that off, even though the plan was to stay on because Jean-Louis let us know about earnings. Which is interesting because what's this called? TrendSpider shows earnings out in the future, and even Yahoo Finance showed it in day after. So we're going to play conservative, go ahead and take our money off the table. Michael's here, good to see you. And we just put on a Jeff. We just added a Jeff. Let me go ahead and mark up our charts. So I always do 4 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. Opening price, where do we get in? 45.78. OPENING. Learn to spell, Chris. Done. Let's go to the half ATR down. So the ATR value right now is at 87 cents. So 87 divided by 2 is 43.5 cents. Let's round it up to 44. So 45.78 minus .44. So that's our half ATR exit point, 45.34. So you could call that a stop loss, right? That's where I get out, no matter what. And then let's go plus 1 ATR up, and that's where we would roll the options, which is really cool. 45.78 plus .87 gives us 46.65. And do it again. 47.52. So we know exactly what to do on Jeff tomorrow because we have a plan. 99% of people who even want to attempt this game don't have a plan. They have no idea what they're doing. They're just throwing stocks around. I'm going to buy this. I'm going to buy that. Oh, I got to sell. Oh, I got to buy this. Oh, I can't sell at a loss, so I'm going to hold it for the rest of my life. You don't have to do that. Just follow a plan. It makes life a lot easier. That's exactly how you take the guesswork out of trading, as I like to say. That's going to wrap for today. Yorn says, oh, you have 89. Gotcha. All right, that'll wrap it for today. Everybody have a fantastic afternoon. See you here tomorrow, Thursday. Friday, there is no trading room. I will update you in the Discord if I need to do anything, but I will be on a field trip with my son the entirety of the day. It starts at 7 a.m., so I won't be able to do anything on the internet for that day except on my phone. So have a fantastic day. See you right back here tomorrow. Talk soon.